Welcome back to my channel where we talk everything motherhood, fitness, and wellness. So today I want to talk about 5 truths I discovered after having kids. The first truth is one that I really didn't think about at all before having kids, and that is to make time to hang out with your friends. You have to be the one to call up a friend, to get together, to make plans, because all your other friends, I would say, it's probably split like 50-50. If you're in the period of your life where you're having children, all the other people in your life are also having children. They also have their shit going on. And I feel like a part of us, there's, a confidence part of us, and then there's a not self-guilt. We want somebody to be the ones to coordinate for us or to contact us. But when you are a mom, you need to reach out to that other mom, because I guarantee you, if you reach out to your friend or somebody who's not even a great friend yet, and you just know you're in the same space and you've been wanting to hang out with this friend, call them, text them, set something up. That is not something I really thought about until after I had children, because when you don't have children and you're making plans, it's just easy. It's easy. You both just kind of do it. You're hanging out with people naturally, but when you have kids, it's so different. And unless you are the one reaching out and making these plans, it's not going to happen. And that's what leads to a lot of loneliness in motherhood. We all just kind of like trudge along by ourselves, and even sometimes when we can do things, like I'm totally guilty of this too, I'm either just so tired or I just don't even want to make the initiative because we have so much decision fatigue in our entire lives. The last thing we want to do is figure out where to go to brunch. How many times, if somebody's ever reached out to you to hang out or to go to brunch or go for a walk or just anything, have you not been excited about it? Even if you couldn't go, you were just like, wow, she thought of me. So reach out to your mommy friends. Number 2, your body looks different after having kids, especially having more than one kid. And not everybody. Some people can bounce back to exactly how they were beforehand, but I can personally attest to myself, like I'm a really fit mom, but things are different. My lower abs, because I had such a tiny waist before, it now does not look like it used to. Things don't recover as quickly. I know me personally, I still have some spider veins from my second pregnancy that I didn't have in my first pregnancy. I'm an older mom, so my youngest is 1.5 years, and I'll be 38 this year. So my point is that our bodies change. We don't have the baby and then immediately go back to what we used to be, and that is okay. That is okay. I think when you are a mom and when you become a mom, there's something in your brain that shifts over to more of a humbleness, that you're going to be as fit as you can be after and take whatever steps to need to be as fit as you want to be, and that you're good. So for me, I used to be a super heavy CrossFitter. I used to work out really hard. I was a bodybuilder. And believe me, I know that's not a majority of moms, and you could have been an avid runner beforehand, or you could have gone to yoga class consistently, or whatever it is. But my point is that after I had kids, not only is our time compressed and our priorities are different, but I truly feel like there's something in our brain that shifts to a more humbleness. So like for me, I could outlift everybody in the gym. I could out cardio everybody in the gym. Like I was really fit. But after I had kids and I just wanted to work out to feel good and not have to compete and not have to really just demolish myself every day, my body started to realize that I didn't need to do all these crazy things to still look good. So that is number 2, is that your body does change afterwards. And it's not that it's a 6-week, postpartum period and everything is returning back to normal. That is not an accurate depiction, but your body does change, but you are so beautiful as you are. Number 3, in regards to fitness, you must schedule this time in advance. You have to know when you're going to do it, and it has to be consistent. And if you give the excuse that, well, I don't have time, or my kid always interrupts it, then you need to find time, and your kid can't be a part of it. I was never the mom that could bring my child to work out with me. I've tried it on numerous occasions and it was just pure terror. They would scream, they wouldn't leave me alone. I couldn't join in the group. So like mommy workout groups, absolutely not. Wasn't happening for me. And you know what? At the time, I got pissed off because I was like, well, why can all these other moms work out with their kid? And like they can get a workout in and I couldn't. I had to leave. I had to leave these groups. I could never do it because my son was could not deal with the fact that I was working out and not paying attention to him. I'm still in toddler years now, slowly coming out of it, but that's okay. That's okay. So I can't make that my excuse. I have to find that time outside of being with them to be able to make that time for me. And if that is you get a 20-minute workout in before they wake up in the morning, then that's what you do. Or the second that you put them down, you do a 15-minute workout. You do not have to go to the gym. You do not have to have crazy weights at your house. You need to do something though. And that's something I'm very passionate about, but also I kind of have like a no bullshit rule about because I was also a personal trainer for such a long time. You need to make this time for yourself. And it has to be planned ahead of time. You have to know when it's going to happen for you or it's not going to happen. For me, I am not going to work out in the evening after everybody, nope, too tired, not going to fucking do it. Nope, too tired. Like I'm not going to do it. So find the time that works for you and keep it consistent. And if for some reason it doesn't work, find a new time. Figure out something you can do that is consistent for you. If you can go in the morning at 5 in the morning and your husband can get breakfast together for the kids ready for them to go to school while you're at the gym for half an hour, then you do that. If you can't do that and you're at home, buy some dumbbells. There are so many dumbbell workouts that you can look at on YouTube and courses, and there's so much. So just figure out what works for you and stick with that. Number 4, mom guilt is a real thing. It really is. And it's something that you do not understand until you have these children. But that cannot be your excuse to not do things for yourself. So if you have the mom guilt that is stopping you from doing things to take care of yourself that are not egregious, so you're not going out and buying, you know, unnecessary things. I'm not going out and buying Gucci purses. If I need a chiropractor adjustment, or if I need a massage, or if I need to walk by myself, if you have mom guilt over those things, girl, you gotta reframe it. You've got to reframe it. You are not going to be happy with your life if you are constantly sacrificing yourself for your kids, which 100% you should do. But they also need to see that we can't drive ourselves into the ground for the sacrifice of everybody else. The mom or the stay-at-home dad or whoever it is will always be that default. They will always be the ones that have to sacrifice most of their time. But we can't do this to the detriment of like our core being. And I think this is like, not only you love these little tiny humans as, you know, like the pure love you have for them, but I also think it's like a biological ingrained thing that you have guilt when you leave them. Because when we're in paleo times, if you left your child would probably die. And the very last thing, your trauma and what you have gone through as a mom, you will give to them unless you are aware of it and you change it. The things that happened to you, the way you were parented, you're going to parent like that because that is your default as a human. You don't know any better. You don't get to practice being a parent before you're a parent. So however you were parented, you're naturally going to parent. I was a child that was hit and I was yelled at a lot. So I am by default a yeller and I know this about myself. So really see how, and I know there's so many people out there that have traumatic upbringings and childhoods that are unfathomable, and you know, you've made it and you're trying to change how you are for these little humans and turn around that generational trauma. But just be so hyper aware of how you talk to them, how you look at them, if you are yelling at them, literally just do whatever you can do to interrupt that, that circuit, to just sit with it and be curious about it and ask yourself why. Why am I doing this and why does this trigger me? And once you start being curious about it and being more aware about it, then you can change it. But so many of us just parent off of default because we don't know any better. So if that is you as a parent, if you feel out to your core, I see you, and I get it. I really do. But our job as a mom and as a parent is to be better than what we were given. It is our job to undo a lot of what was done to us. Parenting is hard, and being a good parent is hard. Anybody can be a dissociated parent and a parent that's not there for their child. But when you're a good parent and when your heart is in the right place, man, it is so fucking hard. I don't think you can see most of these things, especially the trauma within yourself, that you haven't processed yet until you have to then raise another life to be good in the world. You really truly don't see it until you're responsible for that other person. So I hope that hits home with a couple mamas today. If you like this content, follow for more, and I'll see you guys next time.